Hi, I'm Boots Burns, and I know stuff. And one thing that I know is that I don't know how to do these YouTube channels very well. Oh, I looked back on my first two episodes and they were terrible, just terrible. So I'm hoping to do a little bit better this time. And the topic that we had picked for today was pajamas and wearing them in public, and what do people think about that? And is it a generational thing? Do you see more younger generation people doing it, or do you see older generational people, or equally? So I decided, hey, let's have a pajama party. And I'm doing this in my pajamas. Yes, I don't wear fancy pajamas. I wear t shirts and I have blankies, and I just wear, I do have pajama pants or pajama shorts, like the plaid flannel ones for pajama pants, or sometimes they're made out of like t-shirt material and stuff. But I don't I don't really spend a lot of money on pajamas. I have a couple of nightgowns, in case I have to go to the hospital or something. But or in case I go somewhere and stay at somebody's house so I can look decent. But I don't wear them often, and I don't really even think about pajamas too much. But there are people who do, and I'm starting to see that out in public a lot, so I thought I'd like to talk about that. What do you think? I looked into it a little bit and I couldn't believe it, because I realized that it's almost becoming fashionable. It's like a fashion. For instance, these two examples that I'm going to show you here. I mean, wow. Though, don't those look great? They look to me like beautiful, fashionable outfits. I've never had pairs of pajamas like that. But those two examples, those ladies looked awesome. So I'm wondering if I'm being kind of limited in my opinions about people wearing pajamas in public. The ones that really get me are the ones that wear onesies, when they're going out in public. Onesies from your head to your toe. You have pajamas on your feet and you're walking around in them in public, in restaurants and stores, in down the street. And I just think that's kind of weird. I mean, first of all, it must kind of hurt your feet. And second of all, they're going to wear out and they're getting all kinds of different weird things on them. So I have seen and noticed that some of these women go to the Ugg boots that are kind of, Uggs are kind of like slippers and boots. And so boots, like, Boots Burns. But so I think they're using those as kind of what to wear with the onesies. Here's a couple of pictures of what I mean right here. But even as kind of odd as that looks, I'm sure that this is one pair of onesies that you wouldn't mind seeing on somebody out in public. Now that was cute. I mean, an adorable, cheeky little monkey. But going back to the other onesies, well, now I don't really like that look as much as the first two examples. But hey, at least their bodies are covered, they're warm. I think it's silly looking, kind of on a childish side, but I've seen a lot of people wear a lot of weird things and silly things, and I guess to each his own. Whatever people feel more comfortable in, it isn't hurting me at all. I just thought that I noticed that it seemed to be more the younger generation that was doing it, and I would be curious to find out from people, if the younger generation feel that there was some starting point to this. Did they start going to college and maybe doing it at college? Because I do remember when I was in college, I would sometimes wear my pajamas to the cafeteria and stuff to eat in the mornings. I mean, so did that become a thing then? I don't see a lot of older generation people doing it, but they may be doing it incognito. Because as one of my commentators that commented on this said, she sometimes wears the tops to pajamas when she goes out because they look like a regular t-shirt, and sometimes they're kind of cute. They have a cute graphic on it and they're comfortable, and I have done that myself. I have worn the tops of a pajama set that has a kind of cool funky t-shirt, and I've worn that with shorts or jeans, so in that respect, I guess I have worn pajamas out in public. And like I had said in the last video, I've gone to the drive-thru in my pajamas, and I've gone outside in my front yard in my pajamas in the morning. So those are all public places. And so I guess in that respect, I have done it. And I am an old broad. Just ask anybody. And so I'm an older generation, I guess, wearing pajamas in public, maybe just a tad differently than other people, but as a matter of fact, here's a great picture of it right now. Oh, no fashionista here. Just, you couldn't probably even tell I'm in pajamas because of the way I wear such weird pajamas. But jammies make you comfortable, and if you're in a hurry or something, you don't have anything else clean to put on, at least you're decent, and you're going out in public, and you're not scaring children. So I think that that's an interesting societal change, that it is more acceptable to wear pajamas in public. Whether they're glamorous or whether they're cutesy and childish. And, I guess it's okay. The only thing that ever really bothered me was, like I said, when I've seen people in onesies in restaurants, I worry, and I don't know why. And I have seen some people in their pajamas wearing slippers, obviously that were bedroom slippers. Those fuzzy kind that you kind of slip your feet into, and you could tell from the way they looked that they were well used. The fur wasn't quite as furry anymore, and it was kind of matted and clumped together. And in that case, it just kind of was like, maybe you shouldn't be. Who knows what's getting in that fur as you're trotting around out here, I always think of that kind of stuff. And I'm not a germaphobe or a germ prude, but sometimes I guess I get kind of weird that way. So that's our discussion on the pajamas, and it was very interesting. I thank everybody for the comments. Pajamas are comfortable, so I say let's wear them anywhere we want. So the next subject I would like to discuss for Tuesday is something that has kind of happened in my personal life, and I want to know what the generations think about how do you feel about people who do not want to have children after they get married or after they commit to each other for a lifetime of partnership. There are, it seems, more younger people choosing not to have children, and I don't have any thoughts about that, I guess, in some ways. But in some ways, I feel sometimes they're attacked a little bit for not wanting to have children. Maybe not so much attacked as criticized or questioned or made to feel like they're not quite normal because they don't have children. So I'd like to delve into that a little bit and see what the older generation thinks about that, the younger generation, and just maybe discuss that topic next Tuesday and see what we come up with then, okay? But until then, I just wanted to say that I'm Boots Burns. You can ask this old broad anything at any time, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you for watching.